Lexie Hull breaks silence on dirty secrets inside Caitlin Clark and Fever locker room. There was a time Lexie Hull couldn't even look at her teammates. "I just wanted the season to end," she confessed. That single sentence stunned WNBA fans and revealed just how dark things had gotten inside the Indiana Fever locker room during the 2024 season. This wasn't just a rough start, it was emotional collapse, raw heartbreak, and eventually one of the most unbelievable turnarounds in league history. And the spark that ignited it all? Caitlin Clark. But before we talk about how she changed everything, let's rewind to just how bad it really got. The season opened with a brutal gauntlet, 11 games in 20 days. That's not a schedule, that's survival mode. Hull remembers barely sleeping. Ice packs were a luxury. Practice shrunk down to 5-minute huddles. The team basically lived on buses and sheer willpower. Their record? 2 wins, 11 losses. The pressure? Crushing. And for Lexie Hull, the worst part wasn't the scoreboard. It was the silence, the mental spiral. The moment she stood alone in an empty gym, fluorescent lights flickering, basketball in hand, missing shot after shot. Her once deadly three-point shot dropped to just 11%. For a sharpshooter out of Stanford, that wasn't just bad, that was identity shattering. "I didn't even know who I was anymore," she admitted. Her coach, Christy Sides, saw the unraveling happening and did something no one expected. No playbooks, no drills, just honesty. She turned the locker room into a confessional. 3 straight hours of brutal truth. Veterans opened up. Rookies cried. Fears were laid bare. Fears of failure, of being cut, of letting each other down. And in that space, something shifted. It wasn't magic, not yet. But the next day, the air felt lighter. The game stopped being about numbers and started being about each other. Then came May 25th, 2024. Indiana Fever versus the Las Vegas Aces. A game they weren't even supposed to compete in. And Lexie Hull, she didn't just play, she lit it up. Shot 1, swish. Shot 2, pure. Shot 3, nothing but net. By the 4th shot, the arena exploded. Her shooting percentage rocketed from 11% to 47%. And when she played over 30 minutes, 67% from deep. It wasn't just a comeback, it was a rebirth. But what happened next, no one saw coming. Because just as Indiana found its groove, Caitlin Clark walked through that door, and everything changed. Lexie remembers that first practice like a movie scene. Cameras lined the gym, reporters packed the walls, fans pressed against the glass just to see a rookie in warm-ups. "She made the whole place electric," Hull said. But Caitlin didn't just bring hype, she brought vision. Lexie recalls cutting to the basket, not even calling for the ball. Then boom, it was in her hands. "Caitlin sees angles that don't even exist," she said. And it didn't take long for their chemistry to click. Coach Stephanie White pulled Hull aside with one mission. Stop thinking like a role player. Be aggressive. And Lexie answered the call. She and Clark began staying after practice, building silent signals, running plays with no words, just trust. "Get to this spot," Caitlin said. "I'll find you every time." And she did. The result? Hull started sinking every open look because Clark created them. The Fever transformed from a bottom feeder to the team everyone wanted to watch. Sold-out arenas, national coverage, the WNBA had never seen anything like it. But with the fame came pressure. Every miss replayed on national TV. Every loss picked apart by analysts. It got heavy, Hull admits. But Coach White reframed it. Pressure is a privilege. And the Fever embraced it. They started new rituals, midnight practices, post-game reflections, team dinners. They weren't just fixing the team, they were building a family. The defense sharper, bench energy unstoppable, and belief infectious. Suddenly, they weren't asking if they belonged, they were asking how far they could go. Hull transformed from a struggling shooter to one of the league's most efficient threats. 500 shots before practice, 500 more after. Film study, mental reps. She rebuilt everything because she finally believed again. By the season end, the Indiana Fever were no longer a punchline. They were a problem. And looking to 2025, Hull says it best. We're not just happy to be here anymore. We believe we can win it all. Caitlin Clark changed the game, but Lexie Hull changed herself. And now they're changing the league. So here's the question. Can the Fever go all the way in 2025? Drop your predictions in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe, because this is just the beginning. More behind-the-scenes stories are coming.